in it for life. When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
You're not
ready. You're not ready. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Gun.
Flare. Jim.
Black.
Begin.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, but it'll be 2nd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check the ring of 48.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins, head complete, right side to Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Kyler Fackrell able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Kill. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins again. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And Bailey able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them, But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
At the 17-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Leave it, bring up 48. Gun. Wide, get wide. Leave it, bring up 48.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Gun.
They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Bring the energy.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 22, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the Vikings 48-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 14th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Gun.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Zebra. Hey, Echo. Safety's gun.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Bend it.
A first down throw for Cousins. Going for it all. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Doxson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Barely got the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Jump out! Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Caught on the right side by Adams. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Pilot, 64, weak.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 29, Rodgers. Robert Kimdichie has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Cousins now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Cook. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I got you. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Hey, Steamer. Smooth. No. Where's the hot?
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On play action, now Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
The score, Vikings 38, Packers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Second down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And an alley to run. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he stopped after a gain of 1, not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Jones. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. The Packers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Brings up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run it with Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
At the 8-yard line.
258. 54 Mike. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.